To a safety alert this morning. Another popular food chain is now pulling produce over concerns of salmonella. Here's the latest. Mexican fast casual chain Qdoba is now removing all their jalapenos just hours after Chipotle took similar action as the cases expand to even more states. So we know the CDC says 27 states are now reporting salmonella cases, all related to the peppers. Minnesota, Colorado, Illinois are topping this list. More than 300 people have gotten sick in this. We know 36 have now been hospitalized. Qdoba removed the jalapenos from their restaurant, saying food safety is their highest priority. Now, Chipotle, you may remember, they did the very same thing earlier this week after Minnesota officials traced many of their salmonella cases to a lot of peppers that were used by the chain. Chipotle says it replaced the jalapenos with ones from different growers.
How do peppers get salmonella?
Typically through a variety of ways, but most likely contaminated water that it's used to irrigate or come into contact with that food.
So unlike the lettuce that has been linked to cyclosporiasis triggered by a parasite, salmonella is a bacteria. So it causes fever, cramping, and an upset stomach. Health officials say symptoms typically start to develop within 8 to 72 hours of eating the bad food.
And you may notice fewer avocados in the grocery store. The U.S. has just suspended avocado inspections in Mexico's leading avocado producer. Federal officials say the pause is based on a, quote, threat against American interests. Mexican authorities say they are working to address security concerns. Avocado imports were paused for more than a week in 2024 after 2 U.S. inspectors were assaulted and detained at a police roadblock. That pause cost Mexican avocado growers tens of millions of dollars and caused avocado prices to rise in the U.S.